What's up, everybody? So I'm sure you read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you'll know I'm leaving Idle Survivors. I'm going to go over their recent decisions since I've started, which led me to my decision. But if that's not something you want to listen to, you're enjoying the game still, listen, I get it. My Google Doc will still be active with the link in the video description. It does have an updated tier list, so if you want, you can check that out. I will be playing until the end of this month, which is going to be November, because I do want to try to get Aqua Ruler. I appreciate the community of Idle Survivors and everyone else, so let's dive in and let's get it. First thing I want to do before going into my reasoning was show, well, I know it's definitely not the most accurate stat, but let's see how Idle Survivors has done in the Google Trend searches since I've started. So I started 6 months ago, give or take, let's go with May. This was pre-global launch, very minimal advertising, if any, so it's not surprising the searches for the game were very low. Global launch happened towards the end of June, so that is where that big spike happened from. More advertising was done with some trailers, and of course it became available to iPhone users, as typically games in beta or early access are only available on Android, and then of course it was available to more regions. Now, it's not uncommon for a game to see a dip in searches after global because, well, players jump in, check it out, and then they quit, but you can really see it didn't take long for this to happen. Basically, a month after, it was already trending downwards faster than I expected. Server merges were happening very frequently due to the game releasing too many new servers at a time and then having a low player retention rate. September, it jumped up to the highest it's ever been, and probably was due to a few reasons. The first being a global release of the new hero Nightshade. If you were playing when she was released, you'll know how much of a letdown this hero was despite being the first to transform, which I still think was a neat concept. The second being the introduction to Guild Clash, aka Guild War, which is a highly anticipated game mode in really any game. The third being a global release of the new hero Lady of Victory. Decent hero, more so to help with CC and Faction Skyscraper. Wasn't good enough to take the spot of the regular 5 meta team for PvP though. The fourth being the tease for a big update on Wish Summon. Spoiler.
No! God, please, no! No!
Yikes. And finally, the fifth being a global release of the new hero Melody of Light. Honestly was the biggest game changer, as really all the heroes before or after him didn't do enough in my opinion to actually replace the top tier heroes everyone was using. Helps with sustain due to his heals and lots of buffs and debuffs. I think this spike was mostly due to Guild Clash, aka Guild War, because to me that's one of the more interesting aspects of a game, which is being able to join a guild, work together to make it to the top, and then get rewards for PvE bosses and PvP war. I'm sure the crazy amount of new heroes sparked some interest for high spenders, but if that wasn't a red flag regarding the amount of new heroes in basically a single month, then I don't know what else would be. Back to back to back Interstellars essentially of new heroes. Regardless, this was the biggest month in the game for sure, and then it crashed. You can see the following month, and I can tell you one of the biggest reasons was because players had a little bit of time testing out the new permanent wish system and realized just how garbage it was, just how pay to win it was, just how terribly executed it was compared to the old wish in every single way. I think this decision was this game's downfall 100%. It started the process of eliminating all free-to-play and low-spender players. It was really looking shaky early October because they released a dev Q&A video that honestly did more harm than good. I still think it was a bold move to do this and I respect them for doing it, but the questions they chose to answer out of the hundreds of suggestions that I saw in the Idle Survivor Discord and the answers they gave were very underwhelming. Honestly, I was left with more questions than answers. You simply cannot make a statement such as "we will be giving you more time to prepare when new events or new updates are on the way," yet literally right after the dev response video was posted, give us a short 30-second trailer that explained nothing for a huge collaboration event lasting 3 weeks that started only a few days after. Literally no time to prepare, back to back to back 3 weeks of interstellar summons for time-limited heroes who wouldn't be put in the summons afterwards, with underwhelming events. Plus, to go along with this, they also said in the dev Q&A video saying inactive players, banned players will be removed from the ranking system, yet still to this day have those same players weeks offline in the ranking system. A simple fix yet to be implemented. So player trust was at an all-time low. It saw a spike towards the end of October because of Halloween and this new collaboration event. In any games I play, I really look forward to the holiday events, mainly Halloween and Christmas. In my opinion, there should be no reason the developers don't go all out for these two, make the event give lots of rewards to all players, and make it fun, but it doesn't always go that way. The game's Halloween event once again failed to deliver any meaningful rewards outside being a high spender, and the collaboration event was a big money grab. The decline continues to happen because even after a 3-week summon event for time-limited heroes, the next week, guess what? They do a global release of another new hero. And guess what? After that, what else? Another goddamn global release of a new hero. Still no sign of them listening. I'm sorry, but you cannot push this heavily for players to spend money when your game isn't changing for the better. The game has got worse since global launch. There has been no new content since the dev Q&A. Optimizations for game modes such as Guild Clash mentioned still not been implemented. Yet the company continues to push out new heroes faster than any recent game I've played. They are averaging 2 to 3 new heroes a month for a game that takes 10 to 15 minutes a day, then you are done with. That's wild to me. This game has become simply a summon simulator. With the constant release of new heroes, the terrible decision and execution of the permanent wish summon, the removal of all SSS hero cards from the reoccurring monthly events like Alien Pet and Assault Operation, the only players you will have left with this game are high spenders. I really hope they change this because all of the free-to-play and low spenders that I know of have quit, and personally for me, I've just had enough. I will say the Idle Survivor Discord actually made me want to type and engage with others. Lots of players are very helpful if you have the questions, it has great mods, and honestly the CM, the community manager, I have nothing but positive things to say. I was able to join the Elmara, I really hope I'm saying that correctly, if not, please don't come for me. So the Elmara community who are running multiple guilds within the game and have had some really nice chats with a lot of the players in there. If you're going to continue to play this game, which is totally fine by the way, see what happens, especially for the Christmas holidays, I highly recommend the Idle Survivor Discord, link will be in the description. Like the dinosaurs, free-to-play and low spenders have become extinct in this game. The game could get better, don't get me wrong, I think it could. If you're going to continue to play, or maybe you're a new player, I don't want to say stop because that's just not my decision. I just wanted to give my perspective from a player who's been playing since the first month of beta testing, but the developers have blinders on. I think it's an insult to say they are taking player feedback based off all the recent decisions made that I went over with in this video because I always take a glimpse at the game suggestion channel in the Discord, and there are constantly good ideas being mentioned and recognized by other players, but still, they say they hear us but make changes that are worse than what we had already that make me question if they even understand their own game. A recent example will be the regression system only allowing 6 to 9 stars. You can still use 9-star heroes as food, so why is this the limitation? It was mentioned 10 to 13 stars will be allowed eventually, but why wouldn't you just introduce the regression system for every star? I don't know, I just don't get it. I appreciate everyone who viewed my videos and subscribed to the channel for this game, but I've lost interest and soon as a game is no longer fun, I quit. There's plenty of mobile games out there already or being released monthly to check out. I will always come back to this saying I heard players make money, they are not made of money. The developers for Idle Survivors need to wake up and stop looking at the game's community as walking wallets. As always, appreciate everyone and hope to maybe see some of you in other games I check out, but if I don't, thank you and I wish nothing but the best.